So, this is a bit of a preface, pretty much, to what I will be discussing in this video. I am redoing this because all of my footage I was doing like 4 or 5 things at once at one point. I didn't properly, segregate these videos or anything, and I didn't remember what to where, and long story short, all of it got corrupt, and now I have to restart everything. Starting with this video, because this is my passion project, and it's something I really want to get done. Not fast, but done. I actually haven't been working on it because we've had other projects going on. But I'll talk about what my ideas are for the future of this entire project, right? We talked about it a little bit. Actually, we can go to the GitHub page, which is actually right here. Look at that. This is Byte, and this is what we talked about last video, pretty much, word for word. But right now, before I was focused more on the package management aspect to it, and I understand more of what that means for this project. I would like it to be similar to what Nix is doing, where you can pretty much do whatever you want and need to do. So actually, it's Nix package manager. See, Nix and Nix OS. This is Nix as the package manager, and I'm looking for its README. If it has one, it does. This is out the install guide and everything else contributing to it. Blah blah blah. This is pretty much what it is. It's a programming language, technically speaking. It's also a operating system, and it's a package manager. All three of these things are called Nix, and they're all separate from each other. But what we need to understand for our purposes right now, I'm not worried about that right now. Anyway, what we're doing is trying to make something that's reliable, right? And declarative. I'm not really. These two are the ones I'm most worried about. I'm not really worried about reproducibility at this point in time because that means completely reworking the structure of the operating system. And at that point, you may as well just run NixOS, right? We want to be different, but also similar, because I'm thinking we do the whole caching thing, right? To make builds faster, and we need it to be declarative, because the build environment needs to be declarative, I should say. Reason being, you want your build environment to be completely separate from the main system for a bunch of security reasons, and if we can build it into the package manager by default, then we will. If not, we'll make a separate program, which brings into why I'm making in this video. Mostly, aside from just the whole update on where we get left off, I am currently trying to get through the cross compilation section of the toolchain stuff, right? That's what I'm doing now. All this stuff. All of this. It's a lot of reading, and I have to get through it. But that's for future me to worry about. Right now, I want to talk about other projects that can aid in the building of my distro, because I do want it to be its own thing, and I think that it should have a couple of differences from most of them. The main one being I'm trying to get rid of everything that GNU has to offer. which means completely reworking the kernel, as you would know. And that's a big step because you have to do two things to do that. You have to use something like muscle or make your own C library, C standard library, I should say. And then you have to change what compiler you use, because GCC stands for GNU C compiler. So, you can't use that if you're trying to get rid of all dependencies from GNU, which also means you're not using awk, or say Buffalo Bison, which is their awk thing. Bison's actually good. It's really good. You have to really do like a bunch of stuff, right? Like, actually, we can go back a little bit, and I can show you all the packages we have to redo. Look, we're not even into the bin utils and stuff yet, right? We literally just installed the tools. That's all we did. Oh, you motherfucker. Previous. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find the list. This was it, I think. Nope, that's not it at all. Adding LFS user. Yeah, it's before we add the LFS user then. So it's final preparations. It's this section. Needed patches. Before that. Here we go. This is everything in the system, right? This is everything a Linux system needs to run properly. And a lot of these are GNU. Things like bin utils, Bison, bzip. So, actually, instead of completely getting rid of GNU, we're going to get rid of the C standard library that they run and one other program that they run, which happens to be GCC. Now, we also were getting rid of Vim for NeoVim, and a lot of that's able to happen because we're going to alias these things. We've already done it with Bison, so it's really easy to set up. I can show you that whole setup process in my script. I need to plug in. Well, we need to unplug my mouse, my external mouse. Turn off said external mouse too, so it's not using any battery while we're not using it. We're going to plug in the drive. Alright, now we're going to mount SDB4, to oh wait, this is be sudo, right? Motherfucker. Alright, so I guess we're not doing this right now. We'll stop this video for a second, and I will figure out what's going on with it. So we couldn't find what we were looking for exactly, but I did kind of find some other things out. Oh, I forgot to unmount everything, so I can remove this device. We did get it mounted, as you can see. Cool. So now we can remove the device. Without any repercussions. It's on my desk still. I'm gonna plug my mouse back in actually. And then we can finish discussing what the next part of this goal is. So, like I said, I want to build part of my own tool chain, right? This is because I eventually want to move away from Linux and make our own operating system entirely from scratch. What languages we're going to use for that, I'm not sure yet. I am leaning towards Rust and C. Really depends on how the build process of this compiler goes. It's a C compiler, so all of that. So, that being said, my plan is start with the compiler and the compiler and my package manager. Once we get those two things done, like a bare basic process of those done, good enough to where I can ship it with the distribution, I'll make an update on that process, and there will be more updates probably before that. Small things to show off what we have done with each project until we get the ball rolling enough to finalize the LFS system. Or if we did finalize the LFS system as is, because I do want to finish that before I even try modifying any of the stuff, any of the tools, because I want to make sure I can make it run on its own, and I can reliably put my own software onto it after it does all that. And that's where we're sitting right now. This is just a quick video, just to be stitched together and then uploaded. There's not really much editing to do to this, so just a quick little update video. I will, however, be I'm gonna finish reading this and move on with it. Oh, I also would like to point out that if you're doing this, right? I forgot because it's sudo, we have to do it. Then if you're thinking about doing something similar to what I did and putting it in FS tab, putting your LFS stuff in that FS tab, please make sure you comment it out if you're not going to be using the device that you're partitioning for this project, because the last thing you want to do is forget that, do an update and the device isn't plugged in, and then it just doesn't boot because it won't register this system at all. Although we could probably make it swap, turn the swap on, right? There's nothing in swap in here at all. That's interesting. Alright, whatever. Right, that's just a quick side tangent thing. Don't have to worry about it. That's it for this video. I will update you guys again, hopefully soon. This is just a quick, probably 10-minute video-ish. Like I said, if I find anything else I need to let you guys know about, I will. Other than a few technical issues I've found, I met, and wanted to do a PSA on, I lost all that. So, like, it's not here. Just be careful if you're gonna do this project, because, like, it's a lot of stuff that you can very mess up and have to do a complete reinstall of your host system even, and you don't want that at all. Alright, with that being said though, I'm switching back to probably my alpha stuff. Should finalize some of that. I do actually, no wait, no, I need to I want to get started on the compiler stuff. I bought a couple books on it. It was expensive, but I had the one book for a while. I bought a new one. It wasn't that expensive. The first one was like probably $150-ish, something like that. Actually, we'll show you that before we go. So, compiler books. There's two that I bought, and I will find them for you real quick. Here's the first one. This is the not expensive one, right? It's Writing a C Compiler by Nora. By Miss Nora. This is a good book. This is what I'm currently going through. I love it. It's a great book. The other one is this, but it's geared towards C. It's modern compiler implementation in C, not machine learning, but C. It's the same dude that writes it. He does it for Java, C, and ML, right? Those are the two books I'm using. This one's more expensive, obviously, than hers. Like I said, if you want a basic understanding, just go with her book. It's perfect for that. What's this? Oh, cool. Anyway, this is the one I would recommend for beginners trying to do their own thing with this type of technology. I love this book. I haven't gone too far into it yet, but I love it. She's very thorough. As someone who's tried building a programming language before and failed at it, because there's a lot of concepts in there that need broken down, and they don't do that, right? Like, such for instance, there's a thing called a syntax tree. It doesn't go through that very well in all of these other tutorials, but I'm finding out between the two books I have, I'm getting a better understanding of that algorithm and how it works. And I'm hoping by the time I finish this book, I can go through the other one and pick out what chapters matter, and then I can teach that on this channel. That'll be fun first project that will be taught, right? I think it'd be fun. Anyways, that's it for this video, and I will be back probably later.